Beekeepers is an independent, non-governmental special agent organization in the United States. Adam used to be their ace but has now retired. He rented a piece of land in Illinois and started a beekeeping business. The farm's owner is a solitary old lady, Mrs. Parker, whose daughter Verona works for the FBI and is rarely home. Adam became the only person who spent time with the old lady day in and day out. Mrs. Parker cared for Adam like a mother. He was deeply grateful in his heart. Mrs. Parker discovered that her computer was infected. She urgently called the antivirus software company, and the person who answered was Mickey, the manager of a fraudulent company. He informed the old lady that the antivirus software needed an upgrade, and the specific instructions were to visit the official website, click to download, and install. In just a moment, all her personal information on the computer was exposed. The critical point was that she had $2 million in a bank account, not her personal account but belonging to a charitable organization. Mickey informed the old lady that it was their fault. To express their apologies and sincerity, the company would refund her $500 membership fee. The fee was credited within minutes, but instead of $500, it was $50,000. The subordinates continued the act, claiming Mickey's hands were shaking, resulting in an extra 2 zeros. It was his work negligence, and as a mere employee trying to make a living, he needed this job to support his family. Therefore, he hoped the old lady could transfer back the excess $49,500, but upon hearing Mickey's pitiful story, she was moved. She entered her password and made the transfer. 1 second later, all of Mickey's accounts were emptied. In a fit of despair, Mrs. Parker shot herself. Verona initially suspected Adam as the culprit. However, Adam lacked any motive for the crime, and the only fingerprints on the gun belonged to the old lady. Verona discovered that all of her mother's accounts had been emptied, and everything became clear that the FBI had been aware of this scam syndicate for over 2 years. Due to their advanced technology, law enforcement had been unable to identify them or locate their whereabouts. He called his former colleagues, quickly obtaining the address of the fraudulent company. Armed with 2 buckets of gasoline, Adam arrived at the building. The security guard, unaware of Adam's identity, displayed a somewhat arrogant attitude. Adam entered the building, reached Mickey's office, and found over 100 people making phone calls. Ignored by the crowd, Adam realized that words were futile and decided to take more decisive action.
Repeat after me. I will never steal from the weak.
Adam urging them to leave immediately before he started pouring gasoline. Mickey brought 4 security guards to confront him, but they were no match for Adam. Instead of igniting the gasoline directly, Adam set up a switch. If another call came in, the consequences would be Mickey made a call to report the situation, revealing his boss to be Derek. After explaining the circumstances, Derek sought help from his butler. The butler held significant power but was reluctant to intervene directly. Derek advising Mickey to search for clues from their most recent target. Consequently, Mickey and 3 enforcers arrived at the old lady's farm, spotting Adam's beehive at a glance. Recalling Adam's previous mention of the beehive, they confirmed that the beekeeper was the one causing the disruption. The 4 intruders stormed into Adam's workshop, initiating destruction. Adam, strategically positioned in the shadows, took them down one by one, eliminating the 3 enforcers before severing Mickey's finger. Adam spared his life, leaving him with a fiery retribution as he set the entire farm ablaze. Verona and her colleagues arrived to investigate, and their work IDs identified them as members of the fraudulent company. The male detective concluded that the arson at the farm and the building were the work of the same person. Verona, with a deep understanding, knew that it was Adam's doing. Mickey, who was trying to escape, was on the phone with Derek when Adam appeared. It turned out that Adam spared Mickey's life to lure out the mastermind behind the scenes. With Derek now revealed, Mickey's fate was sealed. Adam declared war on Derek during the call. Derek continued to seek assistance from his butler. The burned fraudulent company was just one branch under Derek's control, with 19 similar branches, each earning nearly $10 million per month. Their scams targeted elderly people, especially those whose children were not at home. The butler, however, didn't support Derek's business from the heart. He continued serving Derek out of respect for Derek's mother. The butler contacted the CIA director, who was aware of the existence of the Beekeepers organization and confirmed that Adam had retired. The director promised the butler that she would handle the situation. The director contacted the Beekeepers headquarters, instructing them to send someone to eliminate Adam. Soon, an assassin appeared, a female killer in a purple trench coat. Adam was refueling when she unleashed a barrage of gunfire, engaging in a physical confrontation with Adam. Despite her considerable skills, she was no match for Adam. Frustrated, the female assassin grabbed the Gatling gun and went on a shooting spree. Adam cleverly dodged the bullets, knocking over a soda can to distract her. Meanwhile, the FBI's deputy director arrived to assess the situation, and Verona briefed him. In summary, the 3 previous fires were orchestrated by the Beekeepers. Adam had likely headed to Boston, targeting the 9 Points building, which was Derek's fraudulent company headquarters. Simultaneously, another group arrived, associates of the butler. Since the death of the female assassin, the Beekeepers organization decided to withdraw from the conflict and maintain neutrality. The butler gathered his former SEAL team, instructing the captain to evacuate the building. Derek, claiming to be the superior of the 6th Squad, requested the captain to handle Adam without evacuating the crowd. Unbeknownst to them, Adam had already reached the upper floors. Just 2 minutes ago, he had arrived downstairs, swiftly incapacitating the FBI's 11-person squad. Now, Adam was ready to follow the same pattern to destroy this office. The 6th Squad heard the news and returned upstairs without hesitation, engaging in combat immediately. Adam hid in the ceiling of the corridor, ambushing the 6th Squad from both sides. Adam seized control of the captain's machine gun, unleashing continuous gunfire that took down 5 members. Only the captain remained to face Adam one-on-one, but the captain's combo failed to inflict any damage, and Adam swiftly ended the battle with a fire extinguisher. Verona also arrived downstairs, leading the 11-person squad that had just been disciplined by Adam. The first 6 individuals to enter the elevator fell into Adam's ambush. Adam then returned to the office, questioning the manager about the whereabouts of the embezzled money and the identity of the mastermind. Unable to withstand Adam's interrogation, the manager reluctantly revealed a photo of the mastermind. At this moment, Verona also reached the upper floor, expressing belief in Adam's motives but insisting that such matters needed to be resolved through legal means. Adam argued that some issues couldn't be resolved through the law. Adam, not wanting to be her enemy, turned to leave. The detective who pursued him was knocked down by Adam, pleading for mercy, mentioning his 4 children at home. With Adam's assistance, the FBI successfully dismantled a telecom fraud syndicate. Verona, seeing Derek's photo released by the manager, both taken aback, realizing Derek had a significant background. The butler received troubling news from the front line. The SEAL team couldn't handle it, and now there was only one last card to play, seeking help from Derek's mother. It turned out Derek's mother was the President of the United States. Derek was the son of the President, and the President's son was involved in telecom fraud. The case became complicated. Verona and the Deputy Director held a video conference, directly reporting the truth. Firstly, the Beekeepers' actions were aimed at tracing the embezzled funds from the fraud. Secondly, the technology used by the fraudulent company originated from a government supplier named the Danforth Group. The founder of this group happens to be the current President of the United States. The current operator is none other than his son, Derek. In other words, the son of the President, through the supplier, collaborates with multiple fraudulent companies to operate telecom scams. No wonder their technology is top-notch and impenetrable, and their data is comprehensive and all-knowing. To ensure the president's safety, Verona rushed to the presidential estate, where security measures had been intensified. All incoming and outgoing vehicles were strictly monitored, thorough inspections were conducted, and all ground manholes were welded shut. Unfortunately, the welders were a bit slow, and Adam infiltrated through the still open manhole. After dispatching a security personnel and taking his place, Adam revealed himself, diverting Verona and others outdoors. To deal with Adam, the butler hired another ace assassin, ready to open fire. However, Adam wreaked havoc, advancing like a tank from the outdoors to the lobby and up to the third floor. Only one person remained, the ace assassin, who had once taken down a beekeeper at the cost of losing a leg. Despite physical limitations, the assassin engaged in a one-on-one confrontation with Adam. Adam entered the president's room, where both mother and son were present. Verona arrived shortly after, with both aiming their guns at Adam. Derek made the first move and was shot dead by Adam. Adam leaped out of the window, and Verona, hesitant to pull the trigger, didn't want to see this avenger, this just person seeking justice for his mother.